Hello everyone, my name is Arohi and welcome to my channel. So guys, in my today's video, we will learn how to build a custom MCP server and then how to connect it with LangGraph. And after that, we will create a web interface using Streamlit and we will integrate everything together to make that app fully functional. So in my last class, we have learned how to connect with the existing MCP servers. Existing MCP server means the code is already available, readily available. We downloaded that code from the internet and then we built MCP servers on our local machine and then we used it. This is what we did till now, right? But today we will do everything from scratch. We will write our own code to build custom MCP server from scratch. So let's start. But guys, before moving to the part how to build custom MCP servers, let's understand why do we need custom MCP servers. Custom MCP server means creating your own MCP server. And why there is a need to create your own MCP server when there are a lot of MCP servers which are readily available. So if you remember from our last class, I have shown you this. I've shown you this GitHub repo, and if you'll see this GitHub repo only, you will see there are a lot of MCP servers. See, these are the different MCP servers. Keep on scrolling and you'll see lot of MCP servers, right? So when there are lot of MCP servers already available, then what is the need of creating new MCP server? Why do we need to create new MCP server? So suppose you're working on a project and you need some functionality which no MCP server provides. So in this case, you can build your custom MCP server by writing the code as per your use case, as per your project. So in this kind of scenario, you can use custom MCP server. Now let's take another example of why do we need custom MCP server. So suppose you have a company and your company have some private information. Let's say you have information like sales record or customer details or research data, or let's say there is some there is a unique algorithm, a secret algorithm which your company use, and you don't want to put that on a public server where anybody can use it. So in this case, you can build your custom MCP server that runs in your own secure environment, right? And then this custom MCP server will know how to handle your private data, and only you or authorized people like your employees can connect to it. So this custom server will process requests based on your internal rules and without exposing your data publicly. So in these kind of scenarios, you can build your own custom MCP server which fulfills your need. So now we know why we need custom MCP servers. Let's set up the environment now to run our today's code. So today we are going to create an app using LangGraph that will connect to our custom MCP server and we'll get answers from it. So first, let's install all the required modules, and for that open command prompt. And these are the module which we need. We are installing python-.env module. Why do we need this module? Because we will use one LLM today, and that LLM will be OpenAI's LLM. And to use that LLM, you need API key. And this module will help us load that API key from .env file. I'll show you everything practically in some time. And after that, we need this module, LangChain MCP adapters. After that, we are installing LangGraph because we are building our application on LangGraph framework. So we need it. So that's why we are installing it. And then we are installing LangChain with OpenAI dependencies. Why with OpenAI dependencies? Because we are going to use LLM from OpenAI. So we will install everything related to that. And we need MCP module. Why we need this MCP module? Okay, let's see here. Just go to this page. This is the official documentation of LangGraph. And see here on this side, click on this use MCP tools. When you'll click on this use MCP tools, scroll down and see here. We need this MCP module whenever we want to create our own MCP servers. So we want to create a custom MCP server. That's why we need this MCP library. And then we are installing Streamlit because we want to create a web application. So we need all these packages. So run it. In my case, I have already installed it. So that's why I'm not running this command. So once you install all these packages, your environment is ready. Now the next step is to create two Python files. First Python file we need for the code which is related to the MCP server, the custom MCP server. So we will create one Python file where we will write the code related to custom MCP server, and we will create another file where we are going to write all the code like the connection establishment with the MCP server, the LangGraph code, how to use the LLM, how to get users query. Once we get the user query, we'll send that query to LLM, and then LLM will connect with the MCP server and get the answer. So all that code we will write in a separate file. So first let's start writing the code for custom MCP server. And guys, in my E drive, I have created one folder with the name of LangGraph custom MCP demo. In this folder, we are going to write everything. So let me put first file in it. So this is a first file, custom MCP server. Now let me open this file. So this is the file. Right now, this is blank file. We'll write our code in it. See, first we are importing this module. Why we need this module? Because with the help of this module only, we can create MCP server, custom MCP server, right? So from MCP dot server dot fast MCP, from here we are importing this. And in this line, we are creating the instance of this and we are providing the name. And this is how you create your custom MCP server. So we created a custom MCP server. The name of the custom server is math. So now let's create some tools. So tools are Python functions only. So this is the Python function. This is how we create Python function, right? So the function name is add. A and B are two parameters. Data type it will accept as integer. Output will be integer. And description of this function is add two numbers. Now, right now, this is a Python function. And if you want to make it a tool, then you will write this on the top of it. What is it? It is a decorator. Whenever you write this decorator on the top of a function, this function will become a MCP tool. So the server, MCP server, math, custom MCP server, math we have. And in that math MCP server, we created one function with this name. And with the help of this decorator, we made this function as a tool now. Now this function is registered as a tool in this MCP server. So like this, we can put various other functions. So I'm just pasting few functions now. See, this is the second function and function name is multiply. It will accept two arguments, and to make this function MCP tool, we are writing this a decorator on the top of it. In the same way, divide function, this is just a Python function, and we are writing this on the top of this function to make it a tool. Now, like this, we have factorial, square root, divide, multiply, and add. So these are the different tools present in math custom MCP server now. So guys, that's it. This is how you create MCP servers. See, so simple. We are just writing the Python functions, and to make them tool, we are writing decorator on the top of it. And this is how you provide name to it. And every function, the description of every function we have provided over here, right? So our custom MCP server is ready. Now we will write the code for second file. And what code we are going to write? We will write a code in LangGraph. We will use one LLM. We'll connect with this MCP server, and user will ask the question. LLM will understand this question, and then LLM will connect with this MCP server, and it will get the output from the MCP server, and then LLM will show that output again to the user. This is what we want to do in a second file. So let's do that. So this is my second file, MCP client LangGraph. Let's open this file. So right now this file is blank. We are going to write code in it. First, we are importing all the required modules. Why we are using this async IO module? Because we want that Python should not sit idle while waiting for the output. It should handle some other processes at that time. So that's why we are using this async IO module. And then we are using this module. Why? because with the help of this module only, if you are working in LangChain or LangGraph and you want to work with MCP with LangGraph, then you need this module. So that's why we are using it. And with the help of this, you are going to connect with the MCP server. And then we are using Chat OpenAI from LangChain OpenAI. Why? Because we want to use which LLM? OpenAI's LLM. So to use that LLM, you need to import this module. And then we have these two lines, and here we are importing various different things like this. And these are the different things with the help of which you can build graph in LangGraph, because in LangGraph, whenever you want to work in LangGraph, you need to create the nodes, you need to define the flow of the graph. So all that task we are going to do with this. So I'll explain you each of these things while using it. And then we are importing these two modules. Why we need these modules? Because we want to load the API key of OpenAI, and that API key is present in .env file. And okay, let's put .env file over here first. Okay, so your .env file and your code should be in the same folder. Let me put .env file over here. So this is my .env file, and this is how this file looks like, right? We need single API key, OpenAI API key, and in single quotes over here, you will write your OpenAI API key. Okay. Now let's load the API keys first. So load _.env. This line simply means it will load the environment variables. It will load the API keys from .env file. Now let's create a function, and in that function, we are going to write everything. So the function is main function. In this function, first of all, in OpenAI _key variable, I'm getting the OpenAI key. And then I'm defining the model, the LLM which we want to use. So the Chat OpenAI, this. From this, I'm picking which model LLM, GPT-4o mini, and we are providing the API key over here. Now let's write code to connect with the MCP server, our custom MCP server. So this is the code, this much. So what we are doing, multi-server MCP client. This multi-server MCP client. This means that we can connect our MCP client with the multiple MCP servers. Right now we are connecting with one MCP server only, but we can connect with multiple MCP servers. And how we can connect with multiple MCP servers? So this is our one server. Just put comma over here, and then you will have code for other MCP server like this, and you will paste it like this. Okay. But for our today's tutorial, we are using only one MCP server. And then here, our custom MCP server name is math. Remember here, the name is math. So we are writing that command Python. Okay, guys, before understanding this, let's run our custom MCP server. We created this custom MCP server. How to run it? So for that, you will go inside the folder where our code is. Where our code is? It is in LangGraph custom MCP demo folder. Just write LangGraph custom MCP demo folder, and here you will write Python and then the server file name. So the server file name is custom MCP server.py. Custom MCP server.py. Now let's run it. So our server is running. So we will not close this command prompt. Why? Because if you close this command prompt, server will stop, and we want to keep the server running. If server is running, then only when you'll ask question, server can respond back. So what we have done, we have created the custom MCP server, and that custom MCP server is running on our local machine. Now see, we are on this page, command Python. And then here you will provide the path where your code is. So in E drive, we have which folder? LangGraph custom MCP demo. So what we can do is just go here and copy the name from here. Just write the folder name, and then what is the server name? This, just copy this from here and write it over here. So here you have to provide the absolute path of the custom MCP server. Command Python means we want to run it through Python. And transport standard IO means this means this transport method will work when your client and server both are running on same machine, local machine. This transport method will not work if your server is on another machine and client is on another machine. Okay. So if you're working on local machine, your client and server is on local machine, then the interaction between the client and the server can be done using this standard IO module. Okay. But if your server is on remote location, means it is on internet, it is on some browser, you want to use it through some browser, it is on some other computer, then transport standard IO will not work. I'll show you what you can do in that case, but right now just understand that the standard IO will only work when your client and server both are on the local machine. Now let's get the list of tools which are available in this MCP server. So in math MCP server, dot get tools will give you the list of tools, and what all tools we have add, multiply, divide, square root, factorial. So with this you will get the list of tools which are present in this MCP server. Now let's bind these tools with the model. Why we want to bind the tools with the model? Because when user will ask a question, model will see if to answer that question tools are required, then model need tools to use. If you are not binding the tools with the model, then model can't use the tools. So that's why we need to bind the tools. So this is how you bind the tools. Model with tools, this variable, in this I'm using model dot bind tools. Which tool you want to bind? The tools which are present over here. And what tools are present over here? The tools which we got from MCP server, a custom MCP server. Guys, in LangGraph, for everything we need a node. Okay, you need to, for every step you will use a node. So the tools which we just got from MCP clients, we need to put all those tools together in one node. Because in LangGraph, if you want to use these tools of MCP server, then you need to put them in a node. So that's what I'm going to do now. See, tool node, this variable, in this I'm calling this tool node and I'm providing these tools. See, the list of tools which we got from MCP servers, I'm writing those tools over here. Then I'm using tool node. This tool node will create a node where all the tools of MCP server are present. And from where we are getting this tool node? From here. Now we are writing this function. Let's understand what this function is. See, the function name is should continue. And to this function, we are providing the list of messages between user and the LLM. And all the messages are present in a list. And this messages -1 means from list of messages, we are picking the last message and we are checking if that last message needs any tool. If the last message needs tool, then we are returning? We are returning tools. This tools is a node. We will create this node in some time. Okay. So basically, if the last message in the state messages needs a tool, then it will go to the tools node, and I'll show you in some time how to create this tool node. And if there is no need of tool, then the conversation will end. So this is one function. This function we will use in some time. And after that, we need one more function. So this is the function name. This function simply shows how model is providing response to the user. So function name is call model. We are providing the list of messages and the last message and the previous messages in the messages variable. We are providing these messages to the model with tools. Model with tool means we have models, and model have access to all the tools of MCP server, custom MCP server. So when model receive the user message, model will see if tools are needed. If tools are needed, model will use the tool. Otherwise, model will give answer in a simple way, and we will get a response. So guys, till now we have mentioned the different functions which we are going to use. We have mentioned this, we have mentioned this, but we haven't defined the flow of the graph. We haven't built the graph, means we haven't defined the flow, like how things should work. So let's create nodes and let's build the graph. So first, whenever you want to build the graph, first you will write the state graph, and then you will add node in it. Builder is this variable where we have defined the state graph. Dot add underscore node will add a node. This is the node name. So I have created one node, and the name of the node is call model. And the task which this node will do is this call model, this function. So I have already explained you this function, what this function is doing. And then we are creating another node. The name of this node is tools. And what task this will do? Let's go above and see what tool node is. See, this is the tool node. So what we were doing over here, we were putting all the tools of MCP server in a node so that it can be used by LangGraph. Okay. So here, remember in this function, I've told you, if in last message there is a tool call, we will send it to tools. So this is the that tool node. Okay. So we have created two nodes, call model and tools. Now let's define the flow, means which node will be connected with which other node or so. So this is the connection part. First, add edge means creating the connection between two nodes. Here, start node, we are connecting the start node with the call model node. Start node will after start node we have call model, and after that we are using this add conditional edge. What it means is the model will receive a question from the user. If that question needs the use of tool, then we will use the tool, and see, should continue this function. See, the last message needs the tool, then it will go to the tool node, this part. So when LLM will receive the question, it will see if tool is needed. If tool is needed, then we will use the tool. Otherwise, model will handle the question. Once we get the output from the tools, then control will again go to the model. So this is our graph. Now let's build this graph and run it. This is how you build this graph. Builder.compile. I'm doing it in graph variable. Now the graph is compiled. We can use it. How to use it? Graph.a invoke messages. Here I've written the question. Now this question will go to LLM. LLM will see if tools are needed. LLM will connect with the MCP server. It will get use the tools. It will get the output. Then LLM will show the output to the user on the screen, and it will show the last message on the screen. And when we will send this question, and the last message will be the reply from the LLM only. So that's why we are showing the last message, and let's save it. Now we have written the code. Let's run it. So to run it, you will not close this because this is a server. It should be in running condition. You will open a separate command prompt. So open command prompt. This is my second command prompt. And here, enter in the same folder. Which folder? LangGraph custom MCP demo. And then run the client code. This one, MCP client langgraph.py. Okay, let's run it. See, server is running over here. Custom server is running here. Client is running over here. Both are on same machine, local machine, and our answer is this. So in this kind of scenario, you can use transport standard IO. But if let's say this server is running at some other location, then this transport will not work. So let's see how to handle that situation, how to make it work if MCP server is on remote location. So just comment this part. and here write this. Let me uncomment it. See, only this part you need to change, rest of the code will be same. See, our server name is maths only. Transport, earlier it was this method and now it is streamable HTTP, and you will provide the URL at this is the URL. So this is the only change which you need to do. And guys, you need to make changes over here also. Here at the place of this, you will write streamable HTTP. That's it. You have to comment this one. So guys, these are the two changes which you need to make. And now your client and server can be anywhere, and your client can talk to your server. So this is how you can make a custom MCP client and server. Now let's make a web application using Streamlit. So for that, I have this file webapp.py. This is a blank file right now. Let me paste the code over here and I'll explain you then. So this is the entire code. Guys, see, everything is same. These are the modules. We are loading the environment variable. We are loading the OpenAI API key. We are using GPT-4o mini model. Then we are using this. This is how we are connecting with the MCP server. And then we are getting the list of tools of MCP server. We are binding the tools with the model. We are putting all the tools together in a node so that in LangGraph we can use them. And then this function will check if there is a need of tools. If there is a need of tool, it will use the tool node. Then we have this function, right? So this part I have explained you. The entire part till over here I've explained you. This is the part where we have used the Streamlit. See, in the top, just see, I have to use the Streamlit, we need to import this. Import Streamlit as st, and then we are using it in the main function. Let's run this application so that I can show you side by side that what this code means. So here, just run. Whenever you want to run Streamlit app, you will write Streamlit, run, and the code name, enter. See, this is our application. Now see, page title, MCP Math Chat, MCP Math Chat Streamlit. We are getting it with the help of st.title. Then user input, this text box. We are getting this text box because of this line. Okay. And after that, we have a button. And the button name is send. When user will click on this button, what will happen? Run MCP query. What is this run MCP query? This run MCP query is the function where we have, the entire code, how to connect with the server, and the LangGraph code, the entire code. Okay. So in main function, we are just calling the other function and we are providing the user query to it. That's it, guys. Save it. And now let's test it. So we ask a question. Let's say we ask this question and click on send. See, the answer is 550. So guys, this is how you can create your custom MCP server and then use it with LangGraph and Streamlit. So the link of this code is given in description section. You can get this code from there. And I hope this video is helpful. And guys, if you like my content, please like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching.